Why we need to protect polar bears. Far-reaching consequences. Meaning, a very great influence and affect a great number of things. The disappearance of polar bears could have far-reaching consequences. Uniquely adapted. Meaning, in a very special or unusual way able to exist in a particular environment. They are uniquely adapted to the extreme conditions of the Arctic Circle, where temperatures can reach -40 degrees Celsius. Underneath. Meaning, situated directly below. One reason for this is that they have up to 11 centimeters of fat underneath their skin. Synonyms: beneath, below, under. Antonyms: above, over. Obese, adjective. Meaning, very fat or overweight. Humans with comparative levels of adipose tissue would be considered obese and would be likely to suffer from diabetes and heart disease. Synonyms: fat, overweight, corpulent, stout, fleshy. Sheds light. Meaning, to make it easier to understand, because more information is known about it. A 2014 study by Shiping Liu and colleagues sheds light on this mystery. Compare. Meaning, note the similarity or dissimilarity between two things. They compared the genetic structure of polar bears with that of their closest relatives from a warmer climate, the brown bears. Synonyms: contrast, juxtapose, collate, differentiate, measure the differences between. Determine. Meaning, ascertain or establish exactly, typically as a result of research or calculation. This allowed them to determine the genes that have allowed polar bears to survive in one of the toughest environments on Earth. Synonyms: find out, discover, ascertain, establish, make out, deduce, discern, verify, confirm, certify, make certain of. Mutation. Meaning, the changing of the structure of a gene, resulting in a variant form that may be transmitted to subsequent generations, caused by the alteration of single base units in DNA, or the deletion, insertion, or rearrangement of larger sections of genes or chromosomes. In humans, mutations of this gene are associated with increased risk of heart disease. Synonyms: alteration, change, variation, modification, transformation. Genome. Meaning, the haploid set of chromosomes in a gamete or microorganism, or in each cell of a multicellular organism. The genome of the polar bear may also provide the solution for another condition, one that particularly affects our older generation, osteoporosis. Density. Meaning, the degree of compactness of a substance. This is a disease where bones show reduced density, usually caused by insufficient exercise, reduced calcium intake or food starvation. Synonyms: solidity, solidness, denseness, thickness, weight, mass, compactness, hardness. Remodel. Meaning, change the structure or form of something. Bone tissue is constantly being remodeled, meaning that bone is added or removed, depending on nutrient availability and the stress that the bone is under. Synonyms: changed, altered, transformed, restructured. Deplete. Meaning, use up the supply or resources of. This process results in about 6 months of fasting, where the female bears have to keep themselves and their cubs alive, depleting their own calcium and calorie reserves. Synonyms: exhaust, use up, consume, expend, spend, drain. Antonyms: augment, increase. Hibernate. Meaning, of an animal or plant, spend the winter in a dormant state. Hibernating brown bears do not have this capacity and must therefore resort to major bone reformation in the following spring. Synonyms: sleep, heal up, lie dormant, lie torpid. Bedridden. Meaning, confined to bed by sickness or old age. If the mechanism of bone remodeling in polar bears can be understood, many bedridden humans, and even astronauts, could potentially benefit. Synonyms: housebound, disabled, incapacitated, paralyzed, immobilized, confined to bed. Conservation. Meaning, conservation is the act of protecting Earth's natural resources for current and future generations. The medical benefits of the polar bear for humanity certainly have their importance in our conservation efforts. Synonyms: saving, sparingness, careful management. Antonyms: wastefulness. Primate. Meaning, a mammal of an order that includes the lemurs, bush babies, tarsiers, marmosets, monkeys, apes, and humans. They are distinguished by having hands, feet that are similar to hands, and forward-facing eyes, and, with the exception of humans, are typically agile, able to move quickly and easily. Tree dwellers. We tend to want to protect animals we think are intelligent and possess emotions, such as elephants and primates. Anecdotal evidence. Meaning, evidence in the form of stories that people tell about what has happened to them. And yet anecdotal evidence from the field challenges those assumptions, suggesting for example that polar bears have good problem-solving abilities. Manipulate. Meaning, handle or control a tool, typically in a skillful manner. A male bear called Go-Go in Tennoji Zoo, Osaka, has even been observed making use of a tool to manipulate his environment. Synonyms: operate, handle, work, control, use, employ, utilize. Dislodge. Meaning, knock or force out of position. The bear used a tree branch on multiple occasions to dislodge a piece of meat hung out of his reach. Synonyms: remove, move, topple, overturn, bring down, knock out of place. Agile. Meaning, able to move quickly and easily. The study demonstrates that bears are capable of agile and thought-out behaviors. Synonyms: acrobatic, active, fit, lively, vigorous, quick-moving. Antonyms: clumsy, stiff. Remarkably. Meaning, used to express surprise at an event or situation. Remarkably, one hand-raised polar bear called Agi has formed a close relationship with her owner Mark Dumas to the point where they even swim together. Potential breakthroughs. Meaning, an important discovery or event that helps to improve a situation or provide an answer to a problem. If climate change were to lead to their extinction, this would mean not only the loss of potential breakthroughs in human medicine, but more importantly, the disappearance of an intelligent, majestic animal.